You have extraordinary abilities or skills and want to move to the land of opportunities. Did you know that US government designed a special visa for you? Watch this video till the end to learn all about US O1 visa. Hey everyone, I'm Behnam from the Visa Library. This channel gives visa information and the latest news and updates. First things first, subscribe to our channel, hit the bell and download the free cheat sheet my team has prepared from the link in the description. You should also follow us on Instagram and Facebook to get the latest visa news and updates. Now let's begin. US O1 visa is designed for people who have extraordinary abilities in science, art, education, business, athletics, television industry, motion pictures, and other fields. Your reputation must have been recognized nationally and internationally. The O1 visa is divided into two categories. 1. O1A visa. It's for people who work in the fields of science, education, business, and sports. 2. O1B visa is for people working in the arts, motion pictures, and television industries. Remember one point, if you have an assistant in your field and want to bring him or her to the US, he or she needs an O2 visa to enter the US. You can find more information about the O2 visa from the Visa Library and we'll soon have a video about it. Let me ask you this, who is eligible to get an O1 visa? You must meet the eligibility principles and here they are. 1. You must have particularly high level of skills and abilities in your field. 2. You must be able to show far above the average level of training in your area of expertise. 3. You must have been recognized for your professional accomplishments within your area of expertise. 4. You must be among the leaders in your field of work. 5. You must be able to prove your eligibility through these achievements. It could be published article in your specific field, you have participated in original research conducted in the mentioned fields, you have judged the contribution of others in your field, you get a high salary because of your skill or contribution, you have featured in publications because of your great performances, you are part of deeply reviewed production pieces within high ratings, box office receipts, and so on. You have won awards like Pulitzer, Grammy, Oscar, Emmy, or Olympic medals. You can also qualify for an O1 visa if you have not received such an award or prize, but you have to meet at least 3 of these criteria. 1. National or international recognition for achievements in your field. 2. Engagement in a leading or supporting role or a critically acclaimed supporting role in a production by an important social organization or institution. 3. Significant commercial success, blockbusters, or critically acclaimed success in your field. 4. Receipt of recognition of your achievements in your field by recognized experts. 5. Previous or current above average income or other forms of remuneration. If you have extraordinary abilities in fine arts, they must be distinctive. It means you get a high level of achievement through distinctive skills. You must be well-known, pioneering, and leading in your field. Some of the artistic areas where you can prove your extraordinary abilities are fine or visual arts, performing arts, and culinary arts. Now that you know who is eligible and who is not, how should you apply for an O1 visa? Stay a bit longer to find out. The first step is to find a job offer in the US. You must find an employer, company, or organization that needs your skills. They must be willing to hire you and sign an employment contract with you. There are websites that advertise job positions in the US like Indeed and LinkedIn. You must look for job positions in them. Also, you can get help from recruitment agencies. The choices are yours. After you find the employer, you have to sign an employment contract with the employer. It must explain all the aspects of employment, the job you will do, working hours, salary, leave of work, location, terms of employment, confidentiality, and everything else. The employer or agent should file and complete Form I-129 petition for a non-immigrant worker visa. The link is in the description. The employer has to submit the required evidence according to the form instructions as well. The employer cannot file your Form I-129 more than 1 year before you will begin employment. Also, the employer must submit proof that the applicant has extraordinary skills in his or her field. A copy of the signed contract between the employee and employer is also needed. After the employer files the petition, you must wait until the US officials approve the petition. After they approve the petition, you can apply for an O1 visa to enter the US. You must complete the online DS-160 application form. This form must be completed for all US non-immigrant visa. Depending on the type of visa, there are different questions in this form. The link is in the description. After completing the form, a number and confirmation page will be issued that you must save and print. After completing the form, you have to pay the application fee. It's $190 for an O1 visa. Your request will not be processed without paying the fees. After payment, keep the receipt because you have to provide it in the next step. At this stage, you must gather the list of supporting documents. Are you wondering what is this list? Here are the documents you have to submit. 1. Your photo. It must be according to the USCIS requirements. You can read about photo requirements on Visa Library or watch the related video on our channel. 2. US O1 visa interview letter. 3. Receipt of visa fee payment. 4. Employment contract. 5. Documents that prove your extraordinary ability. These documents must be the same as they provided by the employer to the US official. If you plan to come to the US with your family member, you must provide proof of your relationship with them as well. This was a list of supporting documents, but the US Embassy could ask for further supporting documents. The decision is with your case, nationality, and the embassy official decisions. When you're done collecting the documents, you have to schedule an appointment with the US Embassy or consulate. All US visa applicants between the ages of 14 and 79 must participate in an interview as part of the pre-visa process. You must visit the US Embassy or consulate in your home country or a neighboring one to complete the interview. You can find the list of US embassies or consulates worldwide from the link in the description. Visit the embassy on the booked date and bring all the supporting documents. You'd better get to the meeting a bit early as it could take time to pass security and enter the building. Submit the documents to the officials and answer their questions regarding the purpose of your visit. You can find a sample of the questions asked in the interview in the Visa Library article. Remember that the interview is an essential part of your application. You must be honest and give true answers about yourself. If you have never visited the US or applied for a visa, you have to submit your biometrics, fingerprints, and digital photo. It's not a big deal and will be done in a few minutes. Don't worry. After the meeting ends, wait for visa processing. It takes time until the embassy works on your application and issues the visa. If they reject your application, I'm sorry, they will send you a letter and explain the reason. You can work on the reasons, remove them, and apply again. If they approve your application, they will notify you to submit your passport to get the visa label. Your visa is valid for about 3 years or the duration of the employment contract. If you want to extend your visa, the employer or agent must file the documents with USCIS Form I-129 Petition for a Non-Immigrant Worker, a copy of your Form I-94 Arrival or Departure Record, and a statement explaining the reason for the extension. To help the process, the statement should describe the event or activity that was the basis of the original approval. It must confirm that the extension is needed so you can continue or complete the same event or activity as described. O1 visa holders can renew their visa as many times as they want. Your spouse and children must file the Form I-539 application to extend or change. Let me ask you this, can you change your employer? Yes, you can change your employer if you find a new one who is willing to hire you. The new employer has to submit a new petition. If the US officials agree, you will get a new residence permit and can stay in the country. You are also allowed to work with several employers at the same time. In this case, all employers must file a separate petition with USCIS. You must be wondering, how can you bring your family to the US? Are you allowed to bring them? The answer is yes. You must apply for an O3 visa to bring your family to the US. You may bring your spouse and unmarried children under 21 to the US. Your family may not work in the US, but they have permission to study. You can find more information about the O3 visa from the Visa Library. The link is in the description and we'll soon have a video about it. There are special rules for O1 professional athletics. If you're traded from one team to another, employment authorization will continue with the new team for 30 days. The new employer must file a new form form I-129 at this time. Filing the new form I-129 within this 30-day period extend your employment authorizations until U.S. officials process your petition. If the new employer doesn't file a new form I-129 within 30 days of the trade, you lose your employment authorizations. You also lose your employment authorizations if U.S. officials deny your new form I-129. Alright then, this was all you must know about US O1 visa. If you have questions, write them down in the comment section. The Visa Library team will answer them. Before you leave, like this video, hit the bell and download the free PDF file my team has prepared from the link in the description. You should also follow the Visa Library on Instagram and Facebook to get the latest visa news and updates. Until the next video, thank you all for watching.